Welcome to Uncommon Sense. This is Jay Howard along with Michael B. Wright Sr. And we're here with Uncommon Sense because guess what? This is going to be an unfiltered, unapologetic, Uncommon Sense segment right here on thetruevision.net and also sitchuax.com. How you doing, Michael B. Big Brother Mo Better?
What's up there, Rocker Stillman College? The one and only velvet voice of Macon, Georgia.
Oh, shucks, boy, you got my intro down, boy. Go ahead with you. Go ahead.
I got you, player. I'm walking with you, player.
All the checks in the mail, brother. The checks in the mail.
Check him out now.
Check him out. Check him out. Checks in the mail.
Yes, sir.
Well, brother, to start off the show, the first thing we must do, we must pay tribute to our brother Malcolm Jamal Warner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That was a hit
that
right
was
there.
tough, Doc. That hit hard right there.
That did, man. That's a hard one, that bro. 54
Yeah,
years old, man.
Yeah.
54 years old.
54 years old, man, and he was married and plus had a daughter as well.
That's it, man. And when you kind of grow up with somebody, you know, you might like a lost a family member, but yeah, man, that thing right there stings. Such a brilliant young man. Did a lot in a short period of time. So
yeah,
thank God for Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. Yeah.
Yes, and our thoughts and prayers are out to his family at this time, because something like that just happening all of a sudden, you know, it just takes your breath away from that.
That it does, man.
Yeah,
that it does, bro. So I do pray the family has a time to reflect and definitely get your bearings back, because like you said, man, when it happens something like that, man, it knocks you off your kilter, man. It really does.
It does. Well, right, I've come to an understanding now.
That is,
this world done lost its freaking mind.
It took you to July to figure that out, player.
Hey, bro, I was trying to give him a chance, give him an opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Man, can a leopard change his spots?
No.
All right, yeah.
Not at all, my brother.
So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised or disappointed, bro.
Now I want to start with a story that we've been following.
Yeah.
All this time with FAMU. Of course, you know, they have a new president, right?
Supposed to.
Now, all of a sudden, today, here's what the headlines say. Governor DeSantis appoints Tampa-based attorney as a new FAMU trustee.
And this surprises you.
Yes, you need a legal beagle, right?
There you go, and there it is.
There it is. There she is, right there.
Wow.
And Miss Rodriguez, but this is the thing, right? The trustee that stepped down, it said he stepped down with. There's no reason why he stepped down.
No reason why he stepped down.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a reason. There is a reason, player. Yeah, man. You done what you were called to do, and you need to get out the way. That's what that is.
Right. You let us take over this university, right?
Yeah, that's it right there, man.
Wow.
And now you done stuck her in there with the other plan as a president. Oh yeah, this is too easy.
Wow. This is too easy, right?
This is too easy, man.
Too easy, Doc. Too easy. And I mean, the people at FAMU, I mean, at least get some legal representation so you can kind of fight this. But I don't know how you're gonna fight this now, because
how you gonna fight that, man? You in bed with him now?
yeah.
In the words of Teddy Pendergrass, turn off the lights.
And light a little candle.
Light a candle, player.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go and turn the lights, man, because they home.
Man.
They home, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, like we said, man, when we knew it was coming, that the state was planning something. And again, to stick that lady in there that don't even qualify for the position.
Right.
And then now you coming around pointing the trustees. Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on now. You know what the deal is there.
This is too easy, man.
Too easy.
But fam, you let it happen, man. Fam, you let it happen.
They let it happen.
Yeah.
And brother, here's a story here with the ex-officer in the raid that killed Breonna Taylor. Could face a 1-day prison sentence based upon the DOJ.
I know that don't surprise you.
Now look, now, right?
Right.
Surprise me, but I do have questions.
Well, okay.
I do have questions.
On.
How do you know the man bullet didn't hit her?
Yes, sir.
Now, are they shooting different bullets, or and somebody might say, well, because of ballistics. Whoa. Oh, now we saying, okay, well, this bullet shot this one and this one. When we get to that. Okay.
Well, man, again, you gotta explain away stupid some kind of way. So.
Now, just explain, just as an example, right? If you and I, if we robbing a place, but I'm in the getaway car and you robbing the place, okay, and you happen to kill somebody, then they're gonna pin me with the murder as well. Yep. But I ain't shot nobody.
Nope.
Okay, same instance here.
Well,
but this Joker shot 10 shots.
Yes. But he has something you ain't got.
Protection. Complexion protection, right?
That too. And one more thing.
What's that?
Qualified immunity, boy.
Well, how is he got qualified immunity in this situation?
Well, again, because they were acting as law enforcement agents at the time. Even though the warrant was bogus, but go figure that. Go figure that one.
It's bogus.
It is bogus. But again, man, when you're looking at, that's the issue with the qualified immunity. When a law enforcement agent, even when he is doing things illegally, the state some kind of way finds a way to back him up to protect, again, the boys and girls in blue. And so, I mean, this doesn't surprise me. You follow the case from Eric Gardner on down the line. I mean, pick one. Sandra Bland, pick one. You know, that's where we are. And so it's just disturbing. You got a lad to keep from crying. But this is the travesty of what we call, justice in America. We don't fare as well on the blind scale of justice, man.
Right.
We don't fare too well.
We don't. Now, what does this say about the officer? He shot 10 times and didn't hit her. Okay, so what kind of officer are you,
bro?
I mean, I'm just looking at all points.
These guys, bad. They always hoping there's something, but again, man, they was firing to the dark. They didn't have a target. That's the issue. They did not have a target. They were just firing into the room. And if you think about, again, you fire into an apartment complex, you got to think about, you got people right next door to individuals. So you putting those lives in jeopardy. And so, I mean, even if you lean toward police training, I don't see how no cognitive law enforcement agent will be shooting just wildly into the dark. Again, when you got a no-knock warrant and you bust a door down without announcing yourself as being a law enforcement.
Right. So
the brother inside had a right to defend himself. He did not know, who's busting into his home.
Right.
It's, again, But
There we
these cats have qualified immunity, man, and that's where the problem starts and stops.
Now, if I may, can I look at the other side of this too?
Oh, please feel free, my brother.
Okay. So the attorneys on this that was for the family was Ben Crump and Lori Baker, right? So where are they at now when this comes down that the DOJ just want to give them 1 day?
Again, Crump. Lord Hammer, you can get me in trouble. Crump is only on the civil side. He's only looking for the lawsuits and the settlements. That's all Crump is into, man. Because again, if you look at the cases he's been in and what he has done, his track record, nothing has come of that. Again, I'm not trying to trash the brother, but I'm simply saying if you follow the track record, nothing has come out of him being on the scene other than a camera. There's been no as far as implication of change, no kind of again real lawsuits that's going to bring any kind of reform, if you will, to police department. So they get the settlement, he gets his 35%, he moves on to the next case.
So in this situation, with the family getting the settlement of $12.1 million, so he gets his anywhere from 33 to 40%. So let's just say he's getting his 40%, right?
Yeah.
So he's getting his $4.8 million.
Yeah. And going home,
right? So he'll then say, "Oh, this doesn't concern me." So
no, because again, it's he's going to throw criminal on the situation. But this again, when we're talking about having people pontificate in front of a camera, we can have commentators all day long,
right?
But at the end of the day, the question is where's going to be the teeth in the situation, and nobody's bringing it. You can bring in your house shop, you can bring anybody. Again, it's okay to commentate on the thing, but when you're talking about real change, these cats they're not in for a long haul, man.
So they just there for the settlement, get the settlement, gone. Okay.
That about sums it up.
Okay.
I mean, show me differently where they've been on the scene and something that took place. I mean,
well, bro, you're absolutely correct, because I mean the family already got the 12.1 million and gone. They got their fee, which is 40%. Okay.
And the rest
is history. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, this is where also now your NAACP, legal defense fund. This is where they come. NAACP, NAACP.
Are they still in existence?
They're supposed to be.
Come on, man.
This is where the legal defense fund come in. I mean,
come on.
Again, dude, I'm just saying.
Did you even hear about them in this case? Period.
You never hear about them in any case.
Exactly.
Now you have heard them saying they're gonna file a lawsuit against Elon in reference to what they're doing in Memphis, but I'd be shocked to see what's gonna come out of that.
For real?
That's what they're saying now. I'm hoping. Eyes are hoping.
Okay.
But whether it was Council Alley, they didn't do nothing over there. They didn't do nothing with the again, North Carolina with the pig farms, polluting the black community. So I mean, there's a there's a prevalent thing to get their hands in as it relates to this. But
okay,
I don't know.
Okay, all right. To the next topic. Now, we have a wonderful, beautiful beam footage of the 7 insane things hidden in Trump's beautiful bill that we want everybody to pay attention to. Because everybody's talking about, Social Security cuts and things of that nature. I got that. Yeah. There's some more stuff in that bill that you better pay attention to.
A whole lot of shite in that bill.
A whole lot of shite. So sit back, relax, and we'll be back.
To tell you is just So we know that Trump's so-called big, beautiful bill just became law. And while most of the headlines focused on the Medicaid and SNAP cuts, which were massive, I want to tell you about 7 crazy things in the bill that almost nobody knows about. Are you ready? Drum roll. Number 1, Trump and Republicans have made permanent a tax break for people who buy a private jet. Friendly reminder that all 3 of the so-called middle-class tax cuts, which are all incredibly modest, expire in 3 years. But not this one. This permanent provision will make it cheaper for the ultra-rich to buy and operate luxury jets. Number 2, most grad school student loans are now capped at $100,000. Medical and law school are capped at $200,000. Guess what the average price of med school is? Almost $400,000. Number 3, this bill shields big pharma from price cuts. Do you remember those Medicare price negotiations that Biden and the Democrats got passed? Well, drug makers now have many more ways to get around them. This is a $5 billion win for them and a huge loss for taxpayers. Number 4, this bill delays nursing home reforms for 10 years. These were minimum staffing rules that were enacted by President Biden and Democrats in Congress after COVID to save seniors' lives. They've just been delayed for a decade. Number 5, this bill contains a $100 million slush fund for the White House Office of Management and Budget to run a, quote, efficiency office. And guess who's going to be in charge of it? Russell Vought, the architect of Project 2025. That should end well. But wait, there's more. This bill actually allocates money to ending the IRS's free online tax filing program. Look up how much money TurboTax gives to Republicans. And 7, this bill hands fossil fuel companies a massive loophole. To be clear, it hands fossil fuel companies all kinds of gifts, but this one tax deduction, it'll save the oil and gas industry about $1.1 billion. So yeah, tax breaks for jets, big oil, big pharma, but healthcare, food assistance, and student aid, gutted. The big beautiful bill is anything but. Tell a friend.
That's it. The big beautiful bill.
What? I hate naming the doggone thing.
I know, I do
mess.
Too, man.
It's a big beautiful mess is what that is.
Mess.
Yep, man. And also they got in there that no state can pass any kind of regulations on AI for 10 years. You know, that's in there.
Right.
So I mean they padded that bill, man. It's not a spending bill, bro. It's so much more. And again, the cuts for the middle class, they expire in 3 years. So you back over the same thing again, man. You know, so these things are crazy, man. But the rich, their tax cuts are permanent. That's why that boy was pushing that thing through, man.
Oh yeah. But you know, speaking of him pushing it through, and he even confesses, yeah, I bribed.
Live and living color. Yeah,
I did that. I really did. And some of them still didn't take the bribe, but hey, well, they took the bribe, but they didn't do what I wanted them to do. So, you know, let's run that beautiful beam footage if we can. Let's I'm like, really, dude? You just gonna say that? But of course.
2 negative votes. I didn't invite those 2 guys to anything. We had a guy named Rand Paul Jr. He's known as Rand Paul Jr. in the House. He always votes no. And we had somebody else. I did him a big favor, and I said, well, he's not going to, sir, I don't think so-and-so is going to vote. I won't mention his name. And I said, no, he's going to vote because I did him a very big favor, very personal favor, as big as you can get, having to do with death and life. But having to do, no, he's going to vote. Don't worry about it. Okay, sir, if you tell me, but I don't think we're going to get his vote. Don't worry about it, I said. I know what I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. And sure as hell, he voted against us. And I said another one down, another great move by Trump. Anyway, so much for favors. You know, it's welcome to the world of politics, right? Right, David? We know about that.
Damn. Oh, yeah, I bribed him. Really?
There's no honor among thieves, my brother.
And no honor amongst that thief. Now how you gonna lock up Obama and all the stuff that you've done?
Have done and still are doing. So you know,
still are doing. Aren't you a convicted felon?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You know, but again, Trump ran so he won't go to jail, man. That's the only reason why he in there, and he don't care. But at the sad situation, man, again, when you had this bill coming out, you had all this big stank about Republicans going to vote against it. You know, they don't have the votes. Next thing you know, everybody voted for it.
Yeah,
come on now. How we get there? You know, so it's a like Dick Gregory said, it's a game, man.
It's a game, Doc.
It's a serious game, but we losing on this end. They winning, but we lose on this end.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know, so they did in the House. They didn't say the same thing. You know, they'll have a vote. Next thing you know, the darn thing passed. Really, I thought we didn't have a vote. So
let's go to the Make America Great Again scam.
Oh Lord. We knew what that was when Reagan came
knew
out
it was
with
a scam when he said it. when people cannot give an answer to what it is, it's pretty much a scam because come on now. They that voted for it didn't even know what it was.
No.
Right. So if you don't know what it is, but you're gonna sit up there and try to defend it.
To the day you die.
Yeah. Well, here's the explanation of really what the Make America Great Again was all about.
That part.
Identified the psychological wage of whiteness. Trump's been selling the same fake paycheck ever since. W.E.B. Du Bois wrote in Black Reconstruction in America that after the Civil War, poor white people didn't get money or land. What they got was status. The police, courts, public schools, social space all treated them better just because they were white. That's the psychological wage of whiteness. It didn't fill their bellies, but it made them feel superior. And that feeling kept them from uniting with black people against the wealthy elite who were exploiting both groups. Fast forward to today. My working class relatives still vote for Trump. Not because he's delivered, he hasn't. They keep voting for him because he hands them that same imaginary status. He talks like they matter more, like they're being targeted by others, those immigrants or those people with dark skin. He gives them that rush of being the real Americans. He makes them feel like they're part of the elite crowd. He gives them that rush of being the real Americans, feeling like they're winning, even as their health care gets gutted and paychecks shrink. That's not leadership. That's emotional manipulation. It's the same scam Du Bois described, rewrapped for modern TV viewers. We have been hoodwinked. All that status is a mirage. It cannot buy groceries. It cannot fix your kid's asthma. It cannot lower your prescription costs. But it keeps us fighting against each other so that the real elites never have to get their hands dirty. And they don't have to pay a dime. Recognize the scam. Call it out. One share says you're done with the bullshit. I am not an expert. I'm just an avid learner. You can be one too. If you'd like to support my work, please visit my Ko-Fi link. It's here and you can find it in my bio.
That right there. The scam, bro.
Well, man, the elders spoke it a long time ago.
A long time ago, Doc. A long time ago.
Yep. But again, your boy stole that slogan from Reagan. So I mean, ain't nothing new, but ain't nothing new under the sun. But
he stole a lot from Reagan. He stole a lot from Lincoln. He stole a lot from your boy. I forgot his name, but anyway, he stole a lot from all of them, really.
Yeah, man, because it works. I mean, you just play the playbook,
right?
You know, and the sad case about it, though, man, when you're looking at what's happening, again, we look like you said 2 weeks ago when they start cutting the income from the. I'm froze here. I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. And you're back.
You know, when they start freezing after school funding, when you start doing things like that, man, that's going to hurt again the rural areas, especially in Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, you name it. So those are the places, man, that are going to get slammed by these cuts. But like again, it's a psychological thing that you think you're better off because, again, the color of your skin. But the semantics and the financial side shows that that's not the case.
No, that's not the case at all.
That's not the case at all. But
right. So that brings us to Project 2025 progress report.
Oh Lord.
So, where one of the authors said this, he said it's going better than his wildest dreams.
You think?
You think? Because when they put it together, they never thought that most of this stuff would go by or would pass, but it has. And here's the progress report just in what 7 months now.
That much, yeah.
Yeah. Of Project 2025. Yeah.
On Project 2025, it's not good. One of the authors said recently, it is going better than his wildest dreams, which is both super weird and very unsettling. Because of this tracker, we know that they are about 42% of the way there. So 8 things written in Project 2025 that have already happened. Number 1, they hired in senior positions the authors of Project 2025. They are strategically placed throughout the administration, from the Federal Communications Commission to the Office of Management and Budget. Number 2, reproductive freedom. There's a ton in Project 2025 that will upend reproductive freedom, including the request for an executive order banning any taxpayer dollars for reproductive health care, and Trump has done that already. Number 3, shutting down the Department of Education. Let's just read from Project 2025. The Federal Department of Education should be eliminated. And that's literally what Trump is doing. He ordered for the dismantling of the Department of Education, and they are in the process of doing just that. Number 4, childcare and Head Start. Project 2025 calls for the elimination of Head Start, which provides early childhood education for millions and millions of children. What was one of the first things that Trump and Musk did after Inauguration Day? They froze hundreds of billions of dollars, including Head Start money. Even as we record this, there are programs all over the country that can't access all of their money. Number 5, Social Security. In Project 2025 is a commitment to raise the retirement age of Social Security. There's also language in there to cut benefits and to privatize the program altogether. Congressional Republicans are working on a budget right now that will pursue those cuts. They're closing down field offices. They're getting rid of thousands of staff members. They want to make it so hard for seniors to call that they just give up or the checks just don't go out. Number 6, Medicaid. Project 2025 calls for them to strip away coverage from 90 million people. The budget that congressional Republicans passed requires them to cut almost $1 trillion in Medicaid. That's cuts to states, doctors, long-term care facilities, children's hospitals. Hospitals will close. Doctors' offices will close. Children and families will lose their coverage, and some of them will die. Number 7, SNAP. This is the federal program that provides healthy food for tens of millions of Americans. Project 2025 calls for cuts in SNAP, and so does the Republican budget. In fact, the latest Republican budget calls for an over $200 billion cut in food assistance for tens of millions of Americans. Number 8, prescription drugs. Project 2025 calls for the end of us negotiating lower prescription drug prices for seniors. One of Trump's first executive orders, doing just that. Prescription drug prices are going to go up for millions and millions of seniors. They are nearly halfway through Project 2025. The only way to stop this is for a few congressional Republicans to join us, and we will end this.
But who's that? Who's going to be that? What Republican going to join?
They are not in there right now.
No.
So, yeah.
Right.
But that's the thing, man. When you're looking at that was a scary part as far as, again, the architects of Project 2025 are definitely, man, ingrained.
Yes.
In the administration, man. So, and I'm talking about key critical high places. And that's why, Trump is not, he's not the one playing the cards. He's just a mouthpiece. And he ain't even doing that good.
No.
For Trump, he's just trying to protect his dollar flow. That's all he's doing. But the architects of Project 2025, man, they are literally throughout the administration and also the government now, and those cats are controlling budgets. The budgets, they are controlling again hiring and firing. They are controlling, policy, all those things, man. Is nothing but architects of Project 2025, and they're putting it in place, man. And again, we're just 7 months into this. We got 3 more years. We got 3 more years.
3 more years of this.
3 more years, man.
Yeah, this mess.
That's if we make it.
I know, because you know the next axe that's coming down is on your Fed chairman.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Jerome Powell.
They're
already setting him up. Now, this is what Trump says. Trump says, "Well, I don't look to fire him. It's likely that I will fire him, but he's setting him up through the DOJ."
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
but now Powell again, that's an intelligent man. He got his stuff together. But his term comes up anyway in a few months. So the question is he going to try to, pick a fight and stay there? I don't know what Powell's drive is, but the only thing Trump wants is for someone to lower interest rates.
Exactly.
So again, to try to jumpstart the economy. But again, like Powell said, if you drop the interest rate, you're gonna balloon inflation overnight.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying, man. It's the law of numbers, and economically, those who have any kind of sense, are trying to do things to block the asinine projects that are trying to be pushed through. And again, when you have the architects who think they know better, and they're the ones that's ingrained into the system, what can you do?
Wow.
So I don't know if Powell's going to fight, but again, his term is coming up to an end anyway. It's just probably wait and see.
Right.
Yeah.
So then the appointment would have to come from Trump if that's the case.
Oh yeah, he's coming.
Okay.
And as soon as he get in that trust, the first thing they're gonna do is lower interest rates. And then the next thing you're gonna know is see inflation go through the window.
Well, I mean, the DOJ is trying to set it up now.
They trying
to set it up now because they hit him with criminal referral by the House GOP. So they're really trying to get to him now.
Like I said, man,
if they get that Federal Reserve out,
yeah,
they know.
They know, and that's what they want. That's the last tier.
That's the last tier right there. That's the last economic tier that they have to take over.
It is.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think the appointment's for 10 years or 6 years. I forgot the term limits on it, but those guys are in there for a minute. But again, this is an individual that Trump put it in and forgot that he did it. My Biden.
Yeah.
That
Biden did it. No, you did that.
Did it, you big.
You did that, you big dummy.
So
you did that.
Same thing like with the trade deals. When he got in there, he tore up NAFTA and came with some more trade deals. Then come back around this time to myself, he don't know who did the deals. Dude, you did. So
you did that, bro.
This is where you are, man. You got asinine people. But it's a shame that again, you career politician like your Mike Johnsons or whoever, are not holding his cat feet to the fire. But they want this to be, man. At the end of the day, this is exactly what they want.
Now, this beautiful beam footage we got here now of Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is actually asking them, now, how are these billionaire gifts going to help the people out? And so they come up with this answer talking about, well, it's going to help small business. And really? How are billionaire gifts going to help small? Well, let's go to the beautiful beam footage so the people can see what we saw.
I know, right? That part.
You think at a time of unprecedented income and wealth inequality, when people like yourself economically have never, ever had it so good, why do you think it's a good idea to cut Medicaid for low-income and working-class people by $700 billion to give $235 billion in tax breaks to the very, very, very richest people in this country, perhaps a few hundred families? Explain. A few hundred of the wealthiest families in this country, $235 billion tax break. Explain to the American people why you think that's a great idea.
I think that this will increase small businesses substantially. That most small businesses, they are...
Has zero to do with, come on, you're smarter than that. This is the top 0.2%. This is not a mom and pop store. These are multi-billionaires, and the savings go to their kids after they pass away. This is nothing more than a gift to billionaires in this country.
A gift.
There you got it.
Yeah. How you gonna say it's going to small business? Really?
I like to see the small business.
I like to see the small business to go to.
You know, but again, man, this is the same thing they did started Reagan. You know, Reagan started to trickle down economics. You know, that's and your boy Volt and all them was inside the Reagan administration. So when you think about it, that's what I'm saying, man. These cats been around this stuff for years. So this is nothing new. The sad part about it is they've made this stuff permanent, man. They've made these tax breaks for the ultra rich. They made them permanent, right? And they keep making breaks for them. And just like again when they were talking about no taxes on the overtime and no taxes on the tips, dude. Again, that's at a certain percentage. After that, you're getting slammed. So at the end of the day, man, you're still back at square one. And so this is why I don't understand why the Democrats don't have, you know, an ongoing speaking points of this is what was coming down the pike, especially when you're talking about midterms right around the corner. I mean, these cats should be out here, man, strategically slamming this thing and giving point by point, play by play. And that's all you need to flip these seats, man. When folks see, again, if you can appeal to intelligent voters, then that's the key word. Intelligent voters. Right. Because again, the sting is not going to hit after midterms, and then the real pain is not going to hit after 2028. That's how they plan to roll out. And that's when you're going to start seeing the residual effects. And that's the dangerous side about it, man, is again, they're riding the waves of a lot of stuff. Right. But it's again, you can't hide what's happening now because stuff is still there. And your boy Trump, again, he's just making sure that his money flow keeps going. That's the only thing he wants to make sure. That's all he's doing. It's your career politicians, it's your Congress and your Senate that want this stuff, man. Because again, they're signing off on it. And if they didn't want it, if they know that was bad for the American people, then they should have never passed it through. But this is the stuff they wanted, man. GOP been wanting to cut Medicaid for years. You know, they've been wanting to put that work thing in for years. And so this is GOP, bro. This is not Trump. Again, this cat doesn't come in with policies. No, he doesn't come in with that mess, man. You don't draft a bill again with all this stuff in 2 months. You don't do that. No, you don't. You know, that's not how this thing works, man. So this stuff has been making it on somebody's desk for months. You know, months, man, and it would years. That part, yeah, they've been working on this sucker for years, and it's just now coming to the point where you got all ducks lined up, knock them down, and that's exactly what they're doing, man. Man, but there is one sane billionaire, Ken Lagwin. One sane billionaire. He went slap off. Yeah, he did, player. And this is what he had to say. Woo-wee. Yeah,
holy shit. He said, what?
How do you rationalize giving me $3,000 a month check with all my wealth? Why don't you people have the courage to address entitlements as to what should no longer be an entitlement? I shouldn't get Social Security. I pay a minimum alternative tax. No matter what my deductions, I owe the government so much money. Why don't corporations have a minimum tax? What about the carried interest? Why not address that? These are home runs in terms of right versus wrong, in my opinion. I'll give you one example. Home Depot paid 1% of all those taxes. One company that didn't exist 42 years ago. We take good care of our associates. Our vendors love dealing with us. It's profitable. We give back to our community. And by the way, our shareholders have compounded at 27% a year from the day we went public 40 years ago. Everybody has done well, and we've paid full taxes. Why don't you address these? These are slam dunks, Senator. Tell me why I should get a check and my wife gets another $1,000 on top of that. Take it away from me. Have the courage to do it.
That's from a same billionaire.
But did he say his wife get a check too?
His wife get a check too.
God dang, everybody getting paid.
Except for
except for
us.
Everybody, God dang.
This man's a billionaire,
Bro.
but he still gets a $3,000 check
every month.
Every month?
Jesus, man. Whew, Lord. It must be nice.
And people got to be destitute to get 1,000.
You know, or 50 cents.
50 cents.
Bro. So, but I mean, see, he said he had no courage to take it from him. I mean,
he said, take it from me.
So that part. So now you know why your boy Elon was in there, man. You know now why Elon wanted the Treasury Department and all that stuff, man. You know what's going on.
Come on,
hey,
man.
Now all of a sudden him and Trump done fell out. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Tell it to your mama. Tell it to your mama.
Yeah. Don't tell it to us. Tell it to your mama. Don't tell it to
your
us.
Tell it to your mama.
No, they ain't fell out, man.
No, but yeah, play.
Because he still got the 20. He still got the 20. What the $20 billion
contracts? He ain't going nowhere.
Man, he ain't going nowhere.
Come on, man. It's too easy.
Too easy.
And then he's going to start another political party called the American Party.
Come on.
An immigrant from South America is going to start a political party called the American Party. And we're going to restore your freedom back to you. Okay.
I think not. I think not, bro.
Bro, the insanity does not stop, you know. But
it's insanity, Doc. It's insanity.
What can you do, Mike?
What can you do? And Doc, you know they tracking, you know, the ICE is tracking the immigrants so that they can actually find the immigrants and lock them up and deport them.
Yeah.
Which is the most craziest thing. Okay, you're gonna lock them up. Who's gonna take care of your fields? Who's gonna take care of the grocery stores? And some of them even own grocery stores, Doc.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's sad about it.
Yeah.
But you're here now.
Yeah.
And again, because this cat is trying to make good on what he said, as far as how many folks he's trying to deport. You don't have that many criminals. I mean, if that was the case, the DOJ, you know, any kind of particular law enforcement department will be loving to help you out with that part. But
right.
You don't have that kind of
no.
You got that. So you have to get again the low hanging fruit. And like you said, man, it's your fields. You know, food is spoiling in the fields.
Right.
Again, you got situation where you got hotels cannot get quality housekeeping, You name it, man. It's the laundry list is there. But for some reason they think, quote unquote, 100% American participation that we are going to pick up the slack. I just said what now?
Hell to the no, shout it. Shout it. That ain't happy.
Bro, look at man. Our ancestors back in the day, bro, they had a different kind of something. I mean, they had a different kind of something that they could deal with this heat all day, every day, day in and day out.
Yeah.
This heat, bro, you can't go 1 second stepping outside and breaking out in a sweat, man. And you think folk gonna work in this kind of stuff now? Nah.
But man, just think about it. If our ancestors really psychologically they had them.
They had them, man.
But you got like 200-300 slaves, and you got like 2 slave masters over them. Wait a minute, hold up. The numbers don't jive here.
No, it don't, man.
We going on a rampage. What we doing? What we doing?
Yeah, man. Again,
that's the psychological way that our ancestors had been tricked to where it's like, okay, we got to stay here and we got to do this, versus to say, hey, we ain't got to do this,
right, man. But again, it's like you said, man, it's psychological trauma, man. When you're looking at again the violence that was done,
right?
What they did as far as that end, what they're trying to do now.
Yeah.
You know, stoke fear in the people. When you're talking about, again, the psychological trauma, and you talk about everything from violence to again sexual violence, again to medical violence. I mean, when you look at what they did to our ancestors, it's sickening. I mean, when Hitler tells you that he got his pointers from the slaves trade in
exactly.
America, when Hitler tells you that, I mean that should tell you something, player.
That should tell you something right there.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
So that's where we are, man. But again, the dynamics have grown. It's it's different there, man.
Right.
When you're looking at where you are now,
Right.
And again, even the immigrants who are here, bro, they use that as a stepping stone. It's not like that's
Right.
something that they're no, they use that, man, as a stepping stone again to get cash. They flip it into more and they pull more. So again, the immigration, brother, this is a political move because they recognize that
Right.
again that the political dynamics of America,
Mm-hmm.
they are changing. They are.
Right. Right. They are.
Because white people are not having babies
No.
to the degree that other ethnicities are having babies.
Right.
And so when you're looking at who is outnumbering who, oh, definitely you are in a minority. And they know this.
Yes.
You know, so
They
this
know.
is a political move. This has nothing to do with immigration.
Nothing to do with immigration.
Nothing to do with immigration. No.
Nothing.
Because again, there's nothing in this bill, man, that deals with immigration.
Nothing. Nothing whatsoever.
You know, go figure that. They won't talk about strengthening borders, but you pass nothing to actually deal with immigration.
No, because you don't want the money going to there.
Make it make sense. So see, this is the issue.
Yeah.
This is what don't make sense to me, man. You holler immigration, but then you pass nothing in the House or Senate that addresses immigration. You know, but
you don't even have a budget for it.
No.
No.
But you are putting money behind ICE to build more detention centers, which are profiting your for-profit prison.
For profit.
You know, so
because that's who's gonna fund it.
Exactly, man. So it's a freaking game.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the sad part about it, again, man, is when you have folks in positions that has dehumanized life to the degree that they have, you know, have no sense of humanity at all. And I recognize again that there's some things that are broken and need to be fixed. Okay, then fix it. But to dehumanize somebody to the point, man, where you're just caging people, 32 folks, you know, in one place, and then making an individual use the restroom and brush their teeth in the same spot. You know, the same
from the same source of water.
How the hell do you do that? You know, but again, this is where we are in society, man, because this is how people view other folks that they're not of their same ethnicity, and that's what boils down to. And and what's sad about it, man, again, if you think this stops with again the immigrants who are here illegally, if you think that stops with them, you have lost your freaking mind. Nobody builds these things this fast without having something else to fill them with, because you ain't got that many immigrants to keep them things going all the time.
Nope, you don't.
You know, what's going to happen when you run out of immigrants? What you going to do then?
No.
Excuse me?
Excuse me.
You don't build all these things, man, and these beds without having a plan to fill them and keep them filled.
Because you've been trying to fill them for years.
For years.
You
know, so you're here. And so at the end of the day, man, when you make your money off somebody else's misery, what's your motivation to solve the problem? You know, poverty, man, again, poverty is a money-making business.
Yes.
You know, not for those in it, but for those who are profiting from the poverty industrial complex. That's what this is. So again, when you're looking at the conversations, whether again you're Jamal Bryans and again you're Roland Martin, they missing the target. You know,
way missing the target.
Yeah, you
and it ain't target.
No, it ain't target, man. You at the wrong table, man.
Wrong table.
Wrong table. Even for one up. Again, I'm not trying to trash anybody, but you're in the chair. That's all I'm saying, man. If you're in the chair, do something with it. And I appreciate again the lectures by Jeffries and also by Booker. I got that. But now that the speech is over, what's the plan? You know,
What's the plan?
what the plan, man? You know,
Can we get together to come up with the plan?
that's all I need, man. Because I mean,
But see, they ain't even coming together to bring up the plan.
Man, this is asinine to me. I don't know who are they strategists, but y'all suck.
Was the plan to sit there for 8 hours so you can postpone the bill from being passed when it's already passed?
I mean, what's the point? I really don't see the point.
Right.
And then people pat him on the back. I'm like, pat him on the back for what? What did he do?
What did he do?
He didn't change. He didn't change that one Republican's mind.
No.
So I mean, what we doing here? So I don't know. But when you have Warnock do a video where he is having visitors come through the Washington, he talking about the cross. I'm like,
dude, really? We doing this now?
This is not the place to be talking about the cross.
Cross.
Thank God for Jesus, but I don't think Jesus was talking about the cross to Pilate. You know,
even when he came back to the disciples, he did not mention that cross no more.
Nah, he didn't.
No,
that was a private conversation.
That was a private conversation.
You know,
before he went. And then after he left, he never looked back at it.
You know it. As a matter of fact,
keep looking back at it,
bro. As a matter of fact, he told folk when he mentioned the cross, he don't tell nobody about it. So I mean,
come on now,
go figure that one.
Come on now.
The man that went to the cross told you don't say nothing about it. Okay,
don't say nothing about
still talking. All right, help me understand. But
then they got you on Sunday morning, right? They got you on Sunday morning to talk politics. And the first thing you said, well, I'm preparing to go to church. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go.
You know?
So he's trying to put this light on it. It says, hey, you know, I'm here with y'all, but, you know, I'm going to church because that's what I do to shine this light on yourself. And you're like, dude, we talking about the issues here that's going on. The bill that's about to be passed, and you talking about you. Okay.
See, man, okay. And I know we probably didn't default all took the wrong off ramp, but we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
If you look at the situation with your boy Joseph, okay, and you're looking at the dynamics of him going before Pharaoh,
right?
And the man went there to interpret a dream,
right?
Okay. Again, the man told him, he gave him a strategy as relates to what was going to happen. Right. 7 years of famine, 7 years of plenty, you know, and he told the guy, he gave him which was nothing but capitalism, you know, really what it was.
Yeah.
When you look at it, that's the first mention of capitalism right there in the story of the dream. But again, it's the dynamics was the cat was not talking about, again, salvation and morals and values and stuff like that. That wasn't the conversation.
No.
The conversation was dealing with economics. The conversation was dealing with how do you, again, deal with quote unquote politics, political, you know, the science of people and the betterment of the masses. That was the conversation. And so if you are in that seat, then you need to articulate again the language of that seat, you know, and the cross ain't in that seat at that moment. That's
not at that moment.
Yeah, that's not what that is.
No.
So that's my issue with individuals, man. I get, you know, that's your claim to fame. Okay, but again, the God in you, which should give you your morals, your character, you know, that should be the staples that you bring into the table. But again, when you're talking about economics and you're talking about, again, you know, politicking and the science of the masses, that's not the conversation for salvation. That's not what that is, man.
Because God gave him, man, a financial master plan that he sat there in front of him.
And
now it was Pharaoh who said, we need a man of God like this. We need a man that's wise like this.
And slapped that man second in command.
Second in command.
Holla at your boy. You know, so that's what happens when you have something beyond, again, your religious experience. And again, I get it. I got it.
Right.
And I understand what you're saying,
Right.
but you have to know where something fits,
Right.
and what to articulate at that moment. And I don't think these cats do. I
No,
mean,
they don't.
you're not looking at what is the end game here.
I'm like, y'all got this sister on the front line.
Yeah, Jasmine Crockett.
She battling.
That baby, she trying.
She trying.
She trying.
But ain't nobody coming to her help, coming to her aid, coming to her assistance.
No.
Matter of fact, they won't even go around her pretty much.
That part.
Because if they are associated with her, they feel like, whoa, then Trump might come at me.
Yep. Because she's viewed as a mad black woman again.
Exactly.
You know, that situation. But Crockett, again, that sister, she's trying to speak again on the issues, and she is bringing to light what is there.
Yes.
Now, the dynamic of it is, there's, like you're saying, there's not a rally behind, and it doesn't have to be Crockett. It's just a rally behind what the truth is.
Right, right.
And if the truth puts you on the the odds and puts you on the chopping block, okay, go there. That's what this is.
Yeah. Right.
You know, but at the end of the day, if you don't have enough in you, you know, if you got enough spiritual fortitude in you to do that, then what is your place? What's your point?
Yeah, what's your point?
You know, and so that's the whole dynamic of things, man, is these people again are trying, and I don't care who it is.
Because I even saw Jamal had Crockett on his podcast. I'm like, for what?
I'm surprised you went on it.
Yeah, I am too.
That baby girl, that's not a place where you need to be.
No.
You know,
No.
because again, Jamal left Baltimore because he was we'll go there with, you know, I ain't talking about a bus, but I mean, again, when you're looking at somebody's, if you just pull the rap sheet, okay, if you just pull somebody's what someone has done,
right,
and why they are the way they are, then if someone that if you've been in a particular city and those in that city don't want you back, I mean, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. If you've been there and you built a church in that community,
right,
and you're supposed to be an advocate, you know, in that community,
right,
but the folks in that community
don't
want you back,
right.
You know, that should tell you something. You know, that's all I'm saying. And it's not like, oh God, we missed Jamal Bryant. That's not what the folks in Baltimore are saying. And again, I'm not trashing nobody. I'm just saying what's there.
Right.
So, but and the same thing here, man. And it's not just your Jamals. It's folks who's of that same consciousness.
Right.
You know, you can't. The issues that's coming down the pike now, man. Again, the hollering and the screaming and the pontificating and trying to expound on this and be deep on your speech. That mess is over, man.
Right.
These folks are snatching stuff. When you can cap the funding as it relates to a post degree and also medical school, capping that sucker at 200,000.
Exactly.
Who that's gonna hit? You know, that's gonna hit us, man.
Us.
A medical degree with my baby girl trying to get right now.
Yeah.
They done cap that girl into so. If you don't get the loan part, which makes up most of folks' financial aid,
right?
And you're talking about scholarships and stuff like that, which is competitive for that again. So when you're looking at the funding for stuff, what they're literally doing, man, they are literally blocking you out of it without saying they're doing it.
Right. They're leaving a certain group out, saying we don't want this group in there. It's too many of them in there right now, anyway.
So again, I don't have to say that I don't want you there. I can just make it so that you can't get there.
Get in there.
That's all I got to do.
I can even make it to where you don't even get to the table. You can't even argue your point.
You know, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Right. And that's the way that the Democrats and the Republicans are, that the Republicans have made it so difficult whatever the Democrats say doesn't matter anymore.
No, because again, the pain ain't hit yet.
No, the pain ain't hit yet.
But unfortunately, and I hate to say it, when people say it can't get no worse, yes, it can.
Yes, it can.
And yes, it will.
Yeah.
If the thing doesn't flip, then yes, it is. You can't get away from, again, when you draw back aid from these countries, when you do certain things, man, they have alienated you around the world. You know,
who was that you said this? Told him, said, do you understand by the end of this, before the end of this year, you gonna be flat broke? The country is.
Yeah. That and that's the issue, man.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at how things are running, and even with this quote unquote big beautiful bill, even your own CBO is telling you you're adding over 3 trillion, 5 trillion to the debt. You're not cutting anything.
Right.
You know, so
exactly.
You know what's happening, man, and you know that the BS that they're selling. But the whole issue is, again, keep up the chaos, keep up the confusion, keep up the whatever you can do to distract.
And please, y'all, don't get caught up in the Epstein and all. Don't get caught up in that's just some crap just throwing the wall just to keep you occupied.
Well, again, everybody up there, they know that Epstein had something on all y'all.
All of them.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
You know, the man dies in prison with no cameras, no guards. Okay, make it make sense.
Yeah, because of course we got some beautiful beat footage here before we go. That was asked, did he commit suicide or did somebody do him in?
All I gotta say, if you believe he committed suicide, I got some land in China.
For you.
That I need to try to sell you right now. It's a good deal. But you got to get it
Epstein
tonight.
hang himself, or did somebody kill him?
Senator, I believe he hung himself in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Are you going to release all the information about that?
Senator, we are working through that right now with the Department of Justice.
When do you think you'll have it done, Cash?
I think in the near future, sir.
Like before I die?
Senator, we've been working on that, and we're doing it in a way that protects victims and also doesn't put out into the ether information that is irrelevant for production of the public, such as CSAM.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Senator Reid.
What?
Really? Really?
What?
Really? What?
This is the same cat that was talking about release that the FBI has information. They need to release it on the first day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, just pull Cash Patel's stuff on Epstein as far as what he was saying and that dude's voice changed overnight. And now we trying to protect those. Protect who?
Protect those who? Victims? What victims you talking about?
Yeah. What? Really? Really, Patel? So again, I told you, man.
Did you hear the good old boy Southern drawl? Well, Kyrie, just tell us when you're gonna release it.
Because they know he ain't.
Sir, no, sir. Like we know.
And he the main one that says the FBI has the files. They have all that other stuff. Now he's saying they shifting through it. What you shifting through? I mean, you said to go ahead and release.
Come on now. You know why they said that.
But see, what happened is the boys in black paid Cash a visit and said, "Oh, that mess you were talking on that podcast." Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, this comes from the boss.
Yeah. That part. Shut up and do what you're told. All right.
Shut up. Yep. Either you gonna comply
or you gonna die. One.
You gonna die.
Yeah. Boy. And yeah, because he was a staunch one talking about he government gangster and all that good stuff. Okay. And now look at
you
you, boy.
quiet down
real quick, boy. They put that hush on that boy real quick.
He was like, huh?
Just hush.
Don't say nothing.
We're working through that right
Matter
now.
of fact, we gonna let old girl say something. She gonna do all the talking. You don't say nothing. And that's how it's been.
Yeah, but again, she put her foot in the mouth. But it don't matter. She gonna come out some kind of way.
Well, come on. Trump put his foot in the mouth, but come on.
Dang. But we gonna see.
That's his whole administration, actually. The only one that got some sense, kind of got some sense, is Rubio. You know that.
Yeah, but Rubio.
But Rubio in a tough situation because Rubio said, "Well, if I don't do what I'm told to do, then hey,
hush." Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I'm sorry, man. You gotta have that. I mean, if God gave you two of them, that's all I'm saying. If He gave you two of them, obviously He wanted.
Two of them.
Just be a man. That's all I'm saying.
Just be a man. Just be a man.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he even said that to your boy Joe. Stand up and talk to me like a man.
That's what he's saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Don't come like no punk now.
Don't come like no punk now. No sir. No sir. No sir.
So, but it is sad to see grown men act like this, man.
It is, man. It's ridiculous.
It's really sad to see.
Man, Mike Johnson, boy. Ooh, I can't stand to see him, bro. Because it's like,
oh, they got him. They got him, man. I'm telling you.
I'm like, dude, do you not have anything? Can't you stand up for nothing? Oh, I'm like, my goodness.
Then you shut the door on the House making a vote before September. Prior to this, we running marathons, getting big beautiful bill passed. Now you shut the door for votes. Oh.
Shutting the door for votes? Yeah.
Go ahead and make it make sense.
Yeah.
I just live here.
Uncommon Sense. This is Uncommon Sense Conversations every Tuesday at 7:00 p.m. right here on thetruevision.net and also senseyouasked.com. Also simulcasting on kbcnradio.com. Until next week, we're signing off right now. And thank you so much for watching and listening to us.